Welcome to Car Flash, where power meets passion and style gets real. Today, we're diving into the beast that refuses to die quietly of the 2025 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. This isn't just a car, it's a statement, a full-throttle tribute to raw American muscle. And Dodge made sure that if this is the final chapter of the Challenger's internal combustion legacy, it's going out with an explosion. Exterior. Let's talk about the presence this car brings the moment it rolls into view. The front of the 2025 SRT Demon is unapologetically aggressive. Dodge hasn't aimed a thing. Oh, why would they? The front fascia is widened with a split grille that gulps in air like it's starving. You get functional hood scoops that don't just look cool but actively feed the monstrous supercharged V8 underneath. The headlights retain that menacing halo look, with the driver's side inner ring still functioning as an air catcher headlamp, funneling air to the intake system. The Demon logo on the grille, it's not subtle, and it shouldn't be. This is not a car for people who want to blend in. Slide around to the side, and the silhouette is unmistakably Challenger long hood, short deck, but with modern flares. The 2025 model sits even lower than before, with fatter tires wrapped around 18-inch lightweight wheels. Dodge offers a staggered setup with Mickey Thompson drag radials straight from the factory. Yes, this car is still very much a quarter-mile killer. There's a new satin black option for the roof and hood, which gives it that murdered-out look, and the wheel arches are widened to accommodate the larger stance. It's a clean evolution of classic muscle car proportions, but with aerodynamic tweaks that whisper just enough about its modern intentions. Moving to the rear, it's all business. The massive rear spoiler is functional, providing added downforce when you're ripping off sub-10-second quarter-mile runs. The taillights are still that classic split design with darkened lenses, giving it a retro-modern vibe. And the rear diffuser, it's bold, sculpted, and integrates massive dual exhaust tips that look like they could swallow a soda can. And let's be real, those tips aren't just for show. Fire up the engine, and the roar that follows is absolutely primal. It's less exhaust note, more war cry. Even standing behind it at idle, you can feel the pulses in your chest. Interior. Now step inside, and you might expect Spartan race car minimalism, but that's not the case here. Dodge has kept the cabin surprisingly comfortable without betraying its drag strip DNA. The seats are bolstered performance buckets, wrapped in Alcantara and leather, with Demon badging stitched proudly into the seat backs. You can opt for the stripped-out version if you're shaving ounces for track duty, but the standard interior packs a solid blend of retro charm and modern tech. The dash layout is classic Challenger, driver-focused, muscle car-inspired, but updated with a 10.1-inch touchscreen running Uconnect 5. It's fast, responsive, and supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The SRT performance pages are still here, giving you real-time readouts for boost pressure, launch control setup, G-forces, timer, so you name it. And yes, line lock and launch assisted are standard. The flat-bottom steering wheel feels beefy in the hands, with paddle shifters mounted behind it, although let's be honest, the most purists will still prefer using the good old gear shifter. Rear seat room, a broken bar technically there, but let's not pretend you're fitting 3 adults comfortably. This is a 2+2 at best, and Dodge knows most buyers are going to be too focused on what's happening in front of them to care about what's behind. Still, the materials are solid, and the trunk space remains surprisingly generous, thanks to the Challenger's Grand Touring DNA. Performance is where the Demon 170 makes everything else feel tame. Under the hood is a 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8, heavily revised and tuned to run on E85 ethanol, which unlocks the full 1,025 horsepower and 945 pound-feet of torque. Read that again: over 1,000 horsepower. On pump gas, you're still getting around 900 horses, but feed it corn juice, and the Demon lives up to its name. Dodge has reinforced nearly every part of the drivetrain, from a new high-output fuel system to a tougher drive shaft and beefed-up rear axle. The Torque Flight 8-speed automatic is tuned to snap through gears like a whip, and it does so with brutal precision. 0 to 60, 1.66 seconds. That's not a typo. This isn't just supercar territory, it's a slap in the face to physics. The quarter mile, certified at 8.91 seconds at 151 miles per hour with a rollout, making it the fastest production car ever produced for the strip. And yes, it's street legal. It even comes with a van. Braking is handled by Brembo, with massive 6-piston calipers up front clamping down on banded rotors. But make no mistake here, this isn't a track car in the traditional sense. It's not about cornering finesse or no 1/4 burgering lap times. It's about straight-line violence, about trauma, and about putting Hellcats to shame. And that brings us to the price. Dodge is building this thing as a limited edition, with production capped under 3,300 units if they can manage it before regulations shut the door. Starting price, around $96,666, but add options like the carbon fiber wheels or extra drag-focused kits, and you're easily pushing past $110,000. But think about what you're getting. This is the final form of a V8 terror that will soon be gone. It's a future classic, a collectible, and a full performance experience rolled into one furious, flaming, high-octane package. So, should you buy one? If you're asking that question, you already know the answer. The 2025 Challenger SRT Demon isn't for the faint of heart. It's not practical, it's not efficient, and it sure as hell isn't subtle. But if you want the rawest, most unapologetic expression of American muscle, if you want to own something that spits in the face of hybrid and EV trends with a cloud of smoke and a deafening roar, then this is the one. It's the kind of car that will scare your neighbors and impress your gearhead friends. It's old school aggression with just enough new school tech to make it civilized when it needs to be. This Demon might be the last of its kind. And Dodge didn't just build a send-off, they built a legend. Thanks for riding with us on Car Flash. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our high-performance content. Drop a comment below and let us know, would you take the Demon 170 over an electric muscle car? Or are you ready to embrace the future? Either way, the debate is heating up, and we'll be here to cover it all. Until next time, stay fast, stay loud, and keep it flashing.